Hello, students. No Snapchat today, just a nice shirt. Um, so we're going to talk about tax and tip. Um, so the last video we were talking about percent, or earlier in the year videos, we were talking about percents and discount price, and then we were talking about fractions and decimals and percents. So all of that stuff is related. So let's take a look at this first problem. The Kerwoods went out to eat at Chili's. Who the Kerwoods, whatever. The bill was $58.65, and they gave the server a 15% tip. How much do they pay altogether? So if we were talking about percent then, so percent is out of 100. So basically what they're saying is 15% is 15 out of 100 if I take this and break it into 100 pieces. So with our idea of making the rectangle and breaking it into 100 pieces and then keeping 15 of them, that starts getting a little bit unwieldy. So what we do is we break it into decimal places. So 15% is 15 out of 100. That's our fraction thing. But if we break it into a decimal, that means 15 divided by 100 is 0.15. Right? So decimals change into percents by basically dividing by 100, or percents change into a decimal by dividing by 100. So if we take 5865 and multiply by 0.15, okay? I mean, that's what we've been doing. You don't even have to change it to a decimal. 5865 times 15 over 100, they're the same thing. Okay, I've just divided by the 100 when I've got this decimal point. And the reason I like decimal points is the reason you like decimal points is they're so much easier to put into a calculator. So let's do that for 1 second. I'm going to pause my video while I do that for. Okay, well, if I were a smart teacher, I would not have had to pause my video and do that, but I did. So 5865 times 0.15, 58.65 times 0.15 equals 8.7975. Now, if we're talking about money, that's not helping me much. So how do I translate that to money? Then these have to be two decimal places. So I'm going to look at this one over here, and is that 5 or greater? Yes, it is. So that means this number has to be bigger. Well, 9 goes up to 10, so I have to carry 1. 7 goes to 8, and this is 8.8, $8.8880. So $8.80. So the original problem, if they went to Chili's and they bought dinner for $58.65 and they gave the server a $15 tip, how much did they pay altogether? So that would be $58.65 plus $8.80, which is 6 and 8 is 14. 8 and 1 is 9, plus 8 is 17. 5 plus 1 is 6. So they would pay $67.45 altogether. That's a tax problem. It's also a multi-step problem because you figured out the tax and then you added it to the original price to get your final answer, which, because this is a word problem, should include words, which I didn't do. Okay. So luckily I can pause the video and put on the ending here. So the Kerwoods would pay, $67.45 total tax and tip. Okay. All right. So that's tax. We will talk about something else next time.